Hi guys, now this is composite functions, which you might have heard of before, back in maybe year 8 or year 9, where we talked about machines that can do things in mathematics. So for instance, we had some kind of value x, and we would put that value into a machine, and that machine performs a certain function. Maybe that function is f of x. It did something to the number. Then you had an output from that machine, and you could feed it into another machine that does a different function, or maybe even the same function. And the output from that machine you can feed into the next one, and so forth and so forth. So these machines are following each other up. Now that's what composite functions is all about. And the notation here that we see in A, f following g of x, literally means that we have some kind of x, and we're going to put that in the machine called g of x first, and then the output of that being fed into the machine called f of x, and then the output is what we want. So f following g. Another way to write it is, this is not really a way to write it, but another way to write this one is that it's f of g of x. So put in an x, we perform g on that x, and then the outcome of that, we perform f on that, on the outcome. So f is following g. Now, if we need to find f following g of x for these two functions, that means that the output of g needs to be fed into f. Now the output of g is exactly this bit. It's the function. And we're going to put that at the input of f, into the x there. So f following g, or f of g of x, is 2 times 3 take 4x plus 1. The other way around, g following f of x is g of f of x. So now f is first. So we put something in f, and the outcome of that is 2x plus 1 for any value of x. And the outcome we're going to feed into g there. So it's 3 take 4 times 2x plus 1. That's all there is to it. Now, another question that you can have is find specific values. So g following f for the value of -1. Now there's two ways to go about. I can of course first find g following f of x first. That means g follows f, so the output of f goes into g. So that is going to be 6x squared take 6x take 5 squared plus 6x take 5. Wow, that's quite lengthy. And then I would need to plug in -1 for that. But of course I can do it more easily. I can put -1 in f straight away. So I can first do f -1 is 6 times -1 take, that is -11. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate g of -11. So the output of this one, -11, goes to the input of g. Now g of -11 is -11 squared take 11, which is 110. So that's the easiest way to do it. because this is just a lot of work. Suppose f is following f for the value of 0. Then, doing the same method as here, I'm going to first find f of 0. So I'm going to substitute 0 in f. So that's 6 times 0 take 5 is -5. And then I'm going to take that -5 and feed it into f again. So now I'm going to find f -5. Now f -5 is 6 times -5 take 5. Now that's -30 take 5 is -35. And there we are.